All right, Coach Adams, basketball season here. How many years has it been now at ICC?
This is my 4th year.
So coming into your 4th year, has the feeling changed with this opening tip of the first game of the season, or is it still like day one?
Well, every year you have different expectations and different ideas. It's still a rush. It's still that feeling of opening season and just want more and more. So it's still a great feeling every year.
Well, let's help the fans that may not get to know you get to know you. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and how you found your way to ICC.
Well, I'm originally from Oxford, Mississippi. I coached at the junior high and high school level for about 12 years and made my way to ICC. I would bring my teams up here for camps, and I was blessed with an opportunity, had put my application in, and like I said, blessed. But I played college basketball, played at the Russ College.
There you go.
But overall, just ICC has always had a great reputation of academics as well as sports, and I wanted to be part of the ICC Road Tribe family.
I like it. And you kind of touched on it there. What did you know about ICC before you got here?
Well, I knew that it was a winning program. I also knew that Coach Gray, the former head coach, I played against her when she was at Tupelo, and I knew that she had a well-coached team. And as I got to know her assistant coach Porter, who is now the head coach, I just knew they had a discipline program, not only with fundamentals, but just hard workers on and off the floor. And I would just hear about ICC. They became a name because I would normally hear other schools, but then ICC became the conversation around where I was from.
Gotcha. And then once you got to ICC, obviously 4 years ago, so you've had a lot of time to drink it in, but what was it like when you first got here, now that you heard about it, but now you see it?
Well, it was more than what I expected. I promise you, I was like, okay. And me moving away from my family, it was like a family. And I was totally caught off guard with the family asset because I was like, I have children, and with that family asset, it came with the program, the basketball program. I've learned so much. I've been coaching 15 years, and each year here at ICC, I've not only had the opportunity to grow in my career, but I've also had the opportunity to love the game even more with the players. So.
Yeah, you talk about that family atmosphere. That's one thing I did miss when we COVID, couldn't ride on the bus anymore. I didn't have Superstar by me anymore.
Yes.
She couldn't tell me what to do.
Definitely.
So, well, Coach, in your 4 years, what's been the biggest thing you've learned for you professionally when it comes to being a coach and improving you as a coach?
Well, you can never get comfortable. On the high school level, junior high level, you have those kids for a number of years. Here, you have a turnaround rate because it's just a community college where it's only 2 years, even though a lot of them wish they say it was a 4-year. But you can't be too comfortable, and you have to adapt. Every player is different. And every year, even though you have a certain style of play, you have to implement what's best for your team in order for you to be successful.
All right, let's focus on the team for a little while. What's the vibe like right now? I know they've got to be excited for this first game of the year, but just kind of look back over the preseason getting up to this point. What's the vibe and how are these freshmen coming together?
Well, the vibe is, oh my. Well, first of all, we have a lot of freshmen, so they're excited. Every day before practice, the energy's there, and it's somebody different every day with something new. The vibe going in is want to not only be winners, but just be excellent at whatever we do. But we have a high intensity going on and just happiness, just ready to play.
And that's one thing that jumped out at me when we did the CHOP rally. You know, they celebrated each other. It wasn't one of those like, oh, well, they're getting to do this, I'm not getting to do that. They were one unit. And I tell you what, when you get a team together like that, that makes them really dangerous.
It is. Well, they complement each other. And we were very specific in recruiting them and letting them know, hey, this will be your role. Feel free to grow. That's what we're pushing towards, every player to not just grow on the court, but off the court. But, yeah, and we're a family. So sometimes in a family, one may be better at something. So I'm not going to sit back and have those characteristics that's not team-like. We're going to have those characteristics that's going to push you for even greater. So.
Absolutely. Well, what are your expectations? Well, instead of say expectations, because I know everybody can go with the answer of, well, we're going to win the championship this year. Let's look at the first 2 months of the season, because this year you're not actually playing any conference games.
Right.
So what is your expectations for the team week to week, I guess, you know, to be able to bond and get ready to roll into that conference play starting in January?
Well, the first expectation is our team chemistry. Although we are celebrating each other and we are, bonding, our team chemistry is to be able to know each other. Like I said, we're freshmen, a lot of freshmen, and putting it all together. We're a big puzzle. And once we're together, we are going to be great. So every week, we want to strive to get better at that. Also, progressing. We take constructive criticism. We're taking, and like I said, when you have freshmen, a lot of things that you bring on the college level, from film, scouting reports, even nutrition, these things are changing. So we want it to become a lifestyle. We want it to become an everyday where we don't have to think about certain things. So those are the little things of expectations that I expect from some of the players. As far as games, of course, win. But not only win, but win gracefully. Win with hard work and hustle and things of that nature that nobody can, like heart, things that, it doesn't matter about the plays. You just give 100% and we'll go from there.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I also like to ask this question. 4 years in, of course, you're a veteran of coaching. What's the expectations of yourself as a coach over these next 2 months to help push the team forward in a positive direction?
Well, with new players, I want to see myself help Coach Porter more and more. We have learned each other. It's been a great time with her. Just with myself, I have a lot of expectations. Want to be Coach's eagle eye. I want to be the players in between, and I can never be happy with myself. Even when we win, it's always, what's better? What can we do better? It's a lot of logistics that you want to do, but outside the logistics, you want to be able to create an atmosphere. You want to create other things that are conducive to a successful team. So it's so many expectations, but one of the best expectations that I have this year is to be ready at all times for whatever.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time and good luck this season.
Thank you, and I appreciate y'all. Roll Tribe.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet, a famous speed solver,
Piece of cake.
a noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.